Sup, Smoothskins! Fallout was one of my favorite shows last year, and fresh from Gamescom, we have a brand spanking new trailer. This video will have Season 1 and some game spoilers, but other than that, we're gonna dive right into this thing. So grab an ice cold Nuka-Cola, let's see what Season 2 has in store.
What if there was a place with all the zip of Nuka-Cola?
The first thing you'll notice is that familiar hum of our Pip-Boy picking up radiation. Lucy, the ghoul, and Dogmeat are somewhere in the desert, most likely on their way to New Vegas. That's the location we saw Lucy's father, Hank, heading towards at the end of Season 1. Now, it's important to note that Season 2 does not pick up right after Season 1. The showrunners have said that some time has passed, so a large part of this season will be Lucy and Ghoul's journey to New Vegas, which looks to mimic that of the courier in the New Vegas game. You can see some blood here on Lucy's shirt, so it's fair to say the Wasteland has posed all sorts of threats to her and the ghoul on their journey. The unknown woman they're talking to asks Lucy if she's looking for someone she cares about or someone she hates. It's a tough question considering that person is her father, the man she discovered destroyed Shady Sands, killing thousands of innocents and turning her mother into a ghoul. An act which he said was necessary to create a world rid of factions endlessly fighting each other. I love this sign, made before the apocalypse, which says Las Vegas, the town that would eventually become the setting for New Vegas. If we're going by the 50 miles here, Lucy and the ghoul could be anywhere near the towns of Primm, Searchlight, or Nipton from the game. We'll see them later on near Novac, the small town which got its name from the no vacancy sign and features the Dinky the T-Rex statue. Just watch out for snipers.
Damn right.
Lucy doesn't know why her father would want to go to Vegas. That will be one of the big mysteries of the season and tie into the ghoul's flashbacks. According to the ghoul, the end of the world started in Vegas from one man, and that is Mr. House, played by Justin Theroux. I love this wide shot of the New Vegas skyline, and it appears the ghoul and Lucy may be approaching from the south, which aligns with their journey from Novac. There are three important landmarks to note, most notably the Lucky 38 Casino. It's called that because American roulette has 38 pockets, and the tower is styled like that of a roulette wheel. Then there are these giant power lines, which most likely bring power from either the Hoover Dam or Helios 1. Finally, we can barely make out the top of the air traffic control tower of Camp McCarran, which was once McCarran International Airport and is currently under control of the New California Republic. You might remember the New California Republic as the faction that controlled the Griffith Observatory at the end of Season 1 before being routed by the Brotherhood. Here's a shot of pre-Fallout Vegas with two other game-featured casinos, Gomorrah and the Tops. These flashbacks center around the ghoul, also known as Coop before the war, and his wife Barb, who we learned last season was the architect behind the end of the world, convincing various members of megacorporations to drop the nukes to create a true monopoly. Now this is very interesting. We're definitely inside a vault. It has the same type of carpet seen in Lucy's home vault 33. But is it? I mean, it's possible she goes back. It even has a farmhouse mural like the farmhouse in 33, and there's some sugar bomb cereal on the table and a yellow dress for her to put on. But anytime you wake up and someone has a pretty dress for you to wear, I get creeped out vibes, which makes me think it might not be Vault 33. Here's the ghoul in some sort of television studio with a familiar character from the game, the Securitron Victor. Notice the Sign Up Today Brotherhood poster in the background. In the game, Victor serves Mr. House, so that might come into play, especially considering our next shot is another flashback of Mr. House in the Lucky 38 watching over his security cameras. He talks to Coop about a war coming and that the bombs will be only but the beginning. Somewhere over the desert, we have a Brotherhood vertibird landing in a giant airship, akin to the Pridewind from Fallout 4. Here is where we get our first look at Maximus, who, at the end of Season 1, was seen as the killer of Moldaver and hailed as a knight. Actor Aaron Moten has said his character might face a, quote, "be careful what you wish for" arc this season. Here we have Lucy being ushered into Caesar's Legion encampment. This is one of the most brutal factions in Fallout. It's basically a Julius Caesar-inspired anti-technology, pro-slavery group, so this probably isn't the best for Lucy. We'll see someone wearing a golden laurel, which might be their leader, a man aptly named Caesar. Well, in the game, it's actually pronounced Kaiser. Here we have the ghoul fighting someone off in Novac by the dinosaur statue. I'm guessing the town comes under attack from a group of of raiders, and we can kind of see one of these ghoul raiders here. Up top is Lucy in a sniper tower, but I wonder if we'll see Boone or Manny Vargas. Barb here up to no good at a Vault-Tec conference room. It's possible she and Coop are on a business meeting in New Vegas. Remember that photo shoot from season 1? Well, it looks like Coop's image has been used to shill Vault-Tec. We'll see some people running in the background and a vertibird in the air. However, his daughter isn't wearing the cowboy outfit we saw during the day the nukes dropped, so this appears to be some sort of other event. Coop letting loose on a mechanical torpedo at the Lucky 38, conjuring images of Dr. Strangelove. Mr. House surmises that Coop is a violent man, stating,
"You just don't want to kill me yet."
So there is definitely some bad blood between these two. If you know anything about the game, Mr. House is kept alive in this support hibernation chamber, so if I were to take a guess, the ghoul will get to kill him by the end of the season, unless the New Vegas arc spans more than one. Here's Maximus's power armor, the one that has a scratch mark from the season 1 bear attack, taking on a ghoul. At the end of season 1, it was Hank who stole Max's armor. We'll see him arrive at this massive Vault-Tec facility, so this is likely where Hank is headed after the events of season 1. We'll see Maximus alongside Kumail Nanjiani's yet-to-be-named character. All we really know is that he's rumored to be a high-ranking Brotherhood official. In a future shot, we'll see Maximus in the same clothing alongside someone in power armor. I wonder if that is Kumail's character. One of the large ships has crash-landed, and we can see the others firing on each other. I wonder if there's some sort of infighting within the Brotherhood, or another faction has taken control of these ships. Speaking of power armor, here we have Coop when he was fighting as a Marine in Alaska. In season 1, he says he didn't fight in Alaska just to give up his freedom. This was part of the Chinese-American Resource War, in which China invaded the US for its oil, which led the Americans to develop the power armor. Our favorite snake oil salesman from season 1, the guy who gave Thaddeus an elixir that turned him into a ghoul. He's got a great Vegas saying,
"Let's get lucky, shall we?"
Here's the ghoul falling out of the Atomic Wrangler Casino. This casino is located in Freeside, so it definitely looks like the show will be following the path most players take in the game. More confirmation of another vault, this time Vault 31, which seems to be infected with rad roaches. Notice the level 10 sign on the back here and elevators. Maybe it's this vault that Hank stumbles upon. We can see Lucy's brother in front of others wearing Vault 31 uniforms from the Prime Video stills they released. Last season, he discovered that every Vault Overseer from Vault 33 came from Vault 31. It's possible that Vault 31 is a training vault for the Vault-Tec executives to learn how to be an overseer until they are assigned their own vault. This might explain why Hank is heading there. We'll also see this gnarly spider monster eating what appears to be a rad scorpion. The ghoul and Lucy fighting off attackers outside the Gamora Casino in New Vegas. Here's a Securitron fighting off someone in power armor. The citizens of Lucy's Vault 33 celebrate. Are they celebrating her being back, or is this something else? Whatever it is, it looks like their storyline isn't over. I love this shot of Lucy blasting away at these ghouls who look like they could be a part of the minor faction, the Kings, heavily inspired by Elvis and the 1950s greaser style. They're located mainly in Freeside outside the Strip. We also get a little nod to the VAT system with this slow motion shot of Lucy unloading a round from her rifle. Finally, we have our first look at a real Deathclaw. This was hinted at the end of season 1 with the Deathclaw skull. These are one of the most vicious enemies in the game, and it looks like Lucy and the ghoul have stumbled right into one. The editing is a bit weird here as it cuts to them running toward what I think are the walls that surround New Vegas. Remember, you have to go through this outside perimeter to enter, so maybe they have to break their way in, and what better motivation than being chased by a Deathclaw? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm absolutely pumped for the next season, but I want to know what you think is going to happen, and if I missed anything. I want to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, be sure to like and subscribe, and for more bad takes, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ThinkStoryYT. Until next time, remember,
Daddy loves you very much.